Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how I use my Gelli plate. That's what this thing is. To transfer pictures out of glossy magazines. Where'd my picture go? There it is. We're going to use this photo of this random couple from Camera Arts magazine in 1998. Hopefully it's glossy enough. It should be high enough contrast. I should have mentioned that. They need to be high contrast. Otherwise they won't show up. So here's some ones that have turned out okay, I think, or pretty well. Like this one was pretty high contrast, but that's hard to see. Anyway, point being, so this is how you use this thing. First you lay down some paint, and you want to use acrylic paint. You want to use a heavy body paint. So really not just any paint like in a 2-ounce bottle. This is probably the lower end of what you want to use, although I did just get some kids tempera paint earlier today. And it seemed to work okay, although it takes forever to dry compared to this Liquitex business. So, yeah. So how it works is you lay down a layer of paint with a brayer, like you would use in block printing. And you want to lay down a thin layer that you can see, for example, see this grid line, these grid lines through. This is just a plastic sheet underneath it that comes with it. But you can put anything you want down there. But keep in mind that lots of stuff will stick to it very well. Not like to the point of getting ruined, but like magazine pictures just go and stick to it really well, even without paint. But that's kind of the magic of how it works, is that you lay down paint and then you just put your magazine picture on it, and the paint like picks up the dark parts of the image somehow. And you let that dry. You put more paint over it, and you put your paper, and you wait a little bit, and you pull it, and both layers of paint come off. Hopefully. That's the hope anyway. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use blue and pink. They're both fluorescent. That looks really red, or orange, but it's pink, I promise. And it turns out this nice purple color that reminds me of Ditto Machines. I'm showing my age, but I just barely remember Ditto Machine worksheets in elementary school. I wasn't old enough to know to sniff them, though, so that's sad. Anyway, so first we're going to lay down a healthy amount of blue. So there's our healthy amount of blue. And then we're going to braid it to the bottom. So if you've never used a brayer before, here's a tip. If you press hard, the paint will move a lot. Like a lot of it will move. Let me just show you. Let me do half of it to show you the difference. So let me bray it regularly. So that's regular braying. Right? You pick up some. So if you press really hard, it like moves it. And you see how much is at the bottom now? So that's kind of a neat way to spread it around, is by pressing it really hard to move it down or across wherever you need to go. So we're going to put a layer that we can see through that's bigger than the picture, because that's fun. Try to get it nice and smooth. We're going to take our picture, put it face down. Oh, got a hole. Take our picture, put it face down, aim for the center. And we're going to press on it a little bit. Try to get all the edges. bunch of camera stuff on the back. And we're gonna let it go. Slurp, 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 slurpity slurp. Press the edges. Now, I have used another brayer to try to press it, and I've tried to use this thing, and maybe it's just me, but my hands seem to work the best, so I've been using my hands. So now we're gonna lift it. And it might not look so good, but you can see that it's really hard to tell, like, at this stage what it's gonna look like. There's no guarantee, but we're gonna see how it turns out. So now we wait for it to dry. So I'm gonna pause the video until it's dried. Okay, we're back. Our paint is dry. It's time to do the pink and pull the picture. So we're going to do the same thing, apply a healthy amount of pink. That's unfortunate. I like to use the line to judge how much paint I'm using. Oh well. We're going to push braid it down. We're going to get it on our finger. Let's turn in that nice purple color. Now you'll note it's harder to see through the paint this time. That's normal. Just gonna spread it around. Spread it around. Spread it around. Oh, now we can see the picture. Okay. It's about as good as we can get the brayer lines, at least in this house. I don't have my paper ready, hold on. I am using artboard. I don't know why they call it artboard. It's like really nice construction paper. I bought it because I wanted to try artboard for other things, and because it perfectly matches the size of my Gelli plate, and I keep using it because it works. So I recommend artboard. I will show you the package momentarily. So I'm pressing it. This is the magic part, boys and girls. Whether or not the image looks good. If we do this right, most or all of the paint will come off, and we won't have to use a bunch of baby wipes cleaning off the plate. And that's just a bonus, really. Okay, so let's try it. Hey. So this is what we got. There's a big blotch. Don't know how we got that. It's a mystery to me. Well, you can see it's because the paint got blotchy. It didn't go down all the way in that section. Right there. So we got this weird blotch. But you can see how it transfers the dark parts. It just picks up the ink magically. You can see how it did not pick up the lines in the stonework. Or the lines in the floor, really. That's to be expected. So yeah. That's printing with a Gelli plate. It's called mono printing for some reason. I would have called it bi-printing since there's two colors, but whatever. You can use really anything you want. They recommend things like leaves, lace. I have a bunch of texture sheets I just got. like dots, lines. This weird like terry cloth towel texture. It's gonna be fun. Really just the point is to mess up, put down a layer of paint, mess it up, let it dry, put down another layer of paint, put down your paper, and hope for the best. And that is jelly plate printing. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.